Shalom, and welcome back to our class, a study of the Antichrist. In this lesson, lesson number 4, we're going to look at some acts of the Antichrist, as well as his destiny. He's going to confirm a covenant with Israel. Daniel chapter 9, verse 27. Some of this is going to rehash what we've talked about and review some of the things from previous lessons, but just kind of in a summary fashion, looking at the things that he does. He shall confirm the covenant with many for 1 week. Covenant of peace between Israel and her enemies. He'll come into great power. The dragon gave him his power, his seat, his great authority. He's going to come to authority quickly. As we see in the scripture, he seems to just appear suddenly and quickly. And they worship the dragon, which gave power to the beast. Satan gives power to the Antichrist. They worship the beast, saying, "Who is like unto him? Who is able to make war with him?" He will break that covenant that he made with Israel, and he will defile the temple. Daniel 9:27b. In the midst of the week, in the midst of that 7-year period, he shall cause the sacrifice and oblation to cease, the sacrificial system that by the midpoint of the tribulation period had been reinstituted with a rebuilt temple. He's going to go into that temple. He's going to cause the sacrifice and oblation to cease. For the overspreading of abominations, he shall make it desolate. This is the abomination of desolation. This is what Jesus referred to. Even unto the consummation, and that determined shall be poured upon the desolate. He's going to go into the temple of God and claim that he is God. He will become a self-appointed rival to God. 2 Thessalonians 4 and Daniel 11:36. He opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called God or worshipped, so that he as God sitteth in the temple of God, showing himself that he is God. Kind of paralleling what we spoke about in the previous verse, when the Antichrist causes the abomination of desolation. The king shall do according to his will. He shall exalt himself, magnify himself above every god, and shall speak marvelous things against the God of gods, and shall prosper till the indignation be accomplished. For that is determined shall be done. He will make war against the Lamb and against God's people. Revelation 17:14 and 19:19. These are both passages that we've looked at previously in this class. But as we continue, just take a look here. These shall make war with the Lamb, and the Lamb shall overcome them. For he is King of kings and Lord of lords. And they that are with him are called, chosen, and faithful. And I saw the beast and the kings of the earth and their armies gathered together to make war against him that sat on the horse and against his army. So the Antichrist is going to make war with Jesus, with the Lord, and with his armies, the saints that come with him at his second coming. Then we see the destiny of the Antichrist. Now this is a little bit of a new ground here. 2 Thessalonians 2:8. And then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, and shall destroy him with the brightness of his coming. That's kind of how he meets his demise, okay, his earthly demise. But then we see his eternal destiny, Revelation 19 and verse 20, where it says, "And I saw the beast, and the kings of the earth, and their armies gathered together to make war against him that sat on the horse, and against his army. And the beast was taken." The beast is the Antichrist. "And with him the false prophet, that wrought miracles before him, with which he deceived them that had received the mark of the beast." We see kind of like a satanic trinity in the tribulation period. We have the dragon, who is Satan. We have the beast, who is the Antichrist, and the false prophet. And he deceived them that received the mark of the beast and them that worshipped his image. These both, the beast, the Antichrist, and the false prophet, were cast alive into a lake of fire burning with brimstone. Now we also see at the end of the millennial kingdom, the 1,000-year reign of Christ, that Satan is loosed for a short period of time, before his ultimate demise, also being cast into the lake of fire. And so when we look at these things about the Antichrist, it should not cause us alarm. Biblically, we know that the rapture is going to occur before the tribulation period starts. But seeing all of these things, we need to keep in mind that the Antichrist will meet his ultimate demise, being destroyed by the brightness of Christ's coming and then being cast into the lake of fire. As we go to our next class, we're going to look up, in closing, at some different views about the Antichrist. Will he be a Muslim? What does Muslim eschatology, the study of end times regarding Muslim theology, Islamic theology, teach? Do those things line up? We're going to look at that in the next class. We'll see you then. Shalom.